Hey guys, it's Todd from Like Minded Lunatics, bringing you, it's another drink, play, swear. Hey, it's all we do around here. I mean, besides being 15 years old, laying in our bedrooms, listening to headphones, waiting for music to save us. It's all we've ever cared to do round here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Like Minded Lunatics. Welcome back to Drink, Play, Swear. You know that Like Minded Lunatics is not just me here at Drink, Play, Swear. You know it. It's also my buddy and writing partner, Mark Gifford, over at the Friday Night Videos. Bang! Check those out if you haven't done so already. It's just the best stuff on the channel. And, where's my finger? Bang! Please hit that subscribe button so we can see how big this family of like-minded weirdos, degenerates, runaways, and ne'er-do-wells is getting. It gets bigger every day, passing 5,000 subs just before I'm recording this. Very excited about that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the family. All right, so what is it that we do around here? Well, we play a game, usually a classic one. I pair it with a beverage, and we tell a story. What are we playing today? Oh man, I'm so excited. This is on the Switch, and it's the Cyber-Shadow. The Cyber-Shadow. No, it's just Cyber-Shadow. Great indie game from a couple years ago. Pairing with it, Jim Beam and Kook, get yourself something fresh. All right. And yeah, we're going to tell a story along the way. My hair, look at this. I need a haircut. Mark.
What?
Can I get a haircut?
No, leave it the way it is.
All right. Cyber-Shadow, great game in the tradition of Ninja Gaiden, in the tradition of Batman the game on the NES. This is a great game from 2021. So this was like a COVID game. I got this last year over Christmas and played through as much as I could of it. We're going to start a new game here today. One of the things that's so striking about this game is not just that it's that classic gameplay, just like Ninja Gaiden and Batman and some of those other 2D platformers. But just as those games had wonderful soundtracks, this game has great music. So I'm going to try a couple of times within my story today to just shut up and let you listen, because it's just amazing. Yeah, really cool. You should play this game. You're cheating yourself if you haven't played this game. And what are we getting into in terms of the story today? Well, it fits the game to some degree. Today I want to talk about instances in my life where it felt like music saved my life. When music saved my life. All right. Now, there's a lot of exposition in the game here, so I'm going to try to just roll through it. Please play this game on your own to get the storyline for the game. We're here to play and talk. So, when I think of moments where music saved my life, the big one for me is when I was about 14, 15 years old. I did not like school very much. I didn't. By high school, I was hating school. I didn't like going. And I needed a reason to go. I needed a reason to continue because I also at that time had a lot of friends who liked to skip school and weren't particularly interested in going. But you know what kept me going to school? Was that I was in marching band. I was, and I would have to, in the fall, get up early and be on campus at 7 a.m., even though school didn't start till 8:25, because we would march in the mornings. But the friendships I had in marching band and the love of playing music and preparing for the Friday night football game was enough to send me to school. And the friendships I had in band, the camaraderie of us practicing together, hanging out in the bleachers on a football Friday, playing together in the stands, playing together down on the field marching, and then on into the spring into concert season, it was enough to actually make me go to school. Now, sometimes skipped like after lunch, but I always went in the mornings. And that's all the state cared about because they got paid if you went to second period. But music has that power, doesn't it? And not just if you're a musician, but if you're an active listener of music. You know, I've shared with you guys before my love for hard rock and heavy metal and grunge music, and Mark does an amazing job on Drink, Play, Swear of sharing his love for that kind of music as well and what it means to him. And I've been lucky enough to be a guest on there a few times, and Lottie is on there a lot, and Ricky is on there a lot. Look at this dude. Get off of me. And what I love about Friday night videos and the Monday video matchups is not just an analysis of a song or experiencing a song for the first time, but talking about what the song means to them and what music means to them. And so that's all I'll say about like hard rock and heavy metal and grunge and stuff, because I've talked about that many times on the channel. I'd be repeating myself. You're not interested in that. But I will talk about another moment where music did seem to save my life. And that was when my mom passed away. So I've always been passionate about music and have loved it. Look at this cute little robot guy. Isn't he great? And you talk to him and he gives you hints on what to do next and where to go. It's sort of got like a Metroid quality to it as well. You played that new Metroid game? It's great. I just started it. I'm in early stages. Anyway. When my mom passed away, it was hard to listen to music because the music I was listening to was fast, aggressive, and even the ballads were, a little macho, you know. And when my mom passed away and I broke my back, I didn't feel macho. I didn't feel aggressive. I felt fractured. I felt broken. I felt sad. Now, that didn't mean I wanted to fall into a depression and give up on life. But it did mean I needed a little something else in terms of my music. Something to match the mood I wanted. Because isn't that what we do when you're a high school kid listening to heavy metal, thrash metal and stuff? Is you're like, I'm angry, I'm excited, I got adrenaline, I'm caffeinated, I'm drinking Jolt Cola and taking No-Dos or whatever you did. And that matches your mood, doesn't it? Matches your temperament. But when I was 30 years old, 28, 29, 30 years old, and recovering from my mom's death, it's not what I was looking for. And I found folk music. Listening to Bob Dylan from the 60s, but also listening to a wonderful sort of alt-country, bluegrass, music that came out in those years. I'm talking 2008, 2009, 2010. And the band and the song that jumps out for me is the Avett Brothers. And they had this wonderful single that came out just at the right time. And it was called I and Love and You. And it was this tender, sad, heartbreaking song that, yes, put me in tears every time I would listen to it, but it was also comforting. And it was what I needed driving around. I didn't need Megadeth in those days like I had needed other times. I didn't need Metallica or Anthrax or Slayer or Sepultura or Danzig. I needed something that would tell me, I know you're not okay, but someday it might be okay. And hang on. And the Avett Brothers and a lot of that stuff that played and that was coming out at that time did that for me, as well as that beautiful 60s Bob Dylan stuff that I have shared a love for in the past. You know, music is, it's amazing because we can be alone and yet feel a part of something larger when we hear that person's voice. Or it doesn't even have to be vocal. If you hear an amazing piece of classical music that's uplifting or sweet or calming. I love Schubert, you know. He has some stuff that makes me feel wonderful. Or an amazing guitar solo that sounds like someone screaming out into the abyss or screaming out into the world. Music has such a wonderful effect because you can, like Mark does, and like we all did watching MTV and VH1 as kids, watch music videos together and talk about what it means to you and how it makes you feel. But you can also have a meditative experience with music that is, while alone, is simultaneously life-affirming and makes you feel like a part of a larger thing. I think if music has ever affected you, and you have ever gone through a tough time and used music to help you, that you feel like I do, that there's at least one time, if not many times, in your life that music has saved your life. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here, and I got a lot of beverage, but thanks for being with us here, just talking the power of music and playing a wonderful game with a wonderful soundtrack. I told you I was going to shut up every once in a while and just let the soundtrack play. You know me, I can't quit talking. But I am ready for the end of the beverage, and I'm glad that you were here with me today. I'm spilling beverage all over my arm. You see this? I'm spilling beverage all over my arm. I'm hitting the mic. Totally unprofessional today. It's not like I've been doing this 3 years or anything. In between now and the next time I talk to you, I am T Money, T Rizzy, Toddy Mac Wright, Todd Wright. Glad you're here. See you.